This is the prep packet video for Unit 4, Chapter 9.3. We're looking at Objective 4, where we simplify square root expressions containing variables with even exponents. So let's take a look at what that actually means. If we're looking at a square root expression, that's one of these, and you have square root of an even exponent. So let's say I have x to the fourth. We're looking at finding the square root of that. And you could probably try to hack that out on your own. But remember, we have a very powerful tool that we can use now by doing it with fractional or rational exponents. So another way of writing this, here's your secret invisible 2, would be, remember that's the denominator of a fractional exponent. Okay, so here we have x. So there's the denominator. The index becomes the denominator, and the power becomes the numerator. I can reduce that, can't I? Because that's the same as x. 2 goes into 4 twice. And that makes sense, that the square root of x to the fourth would be x to the second, because x to the second times x to the second is x to the 2 plus 2, or x to the fourth. So let's take a look at another one of those. I could do the square root of m to the 14th. That's the same as saying m to the 14th divided by 2, which is m to the 7th. Working with a square root and an even exponent is pretty nice because they just basically cancel each other out. So if you have x to the 300th, it's an even number. The square root of that would be x to the 1/50th. Let's take a look at a couple of examples here. Oh, this one's pretty simple. I think you can do that in your head. The square root of b squared is b. Because if I do it the long way, I have the secret 2 there. That's the same as b to the 2 over 2, which is b to the 1, which is b. Let's take a look at this one. It's a little more involved. Here you have the square root of 100. Well, 100 is the same as 10 squared, right? And here's a to the fourth. So if I have my secret 2, that's the same as 10 to the 2 over 2 times a to the 4 over 2 equals, well, that's 10 to the 1, so it's just 10. And a to the 2 into 4 would be 2. Whoops, I forgot the a. Sorry about that. This is pretty basic. Like I say, because you already have the power of the rational exponent, if you need to go back and take a look at that section of the book, I would do that. But that's the tool you're going to use to figure this out. And as you get better at it, you'll just learn that, just divide the exponent by 2 and it'll work evenly. For more practice, I would like you to do the U-tries on page 539 and make sure that you include your work with the prep packet. And then I'll see you in the next video.